to have you back. It's still Business Daily right here on Trust Television. Now we are going into our discussion proper. We're looking at Nigeria's economic reforms and, of course, the survival of small businesses in the 21st century. Well, small businesses are said to be the backbone of economic development. But how well are we creating enabling environment for all these businesses to thrive in Nigeria? I have in the studio someone who should know. He's the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, Abuja Enterprise Agency, Malam Shehu Abdulkadri. Glad to have you on Business Daily.
Same here. Good morning.
Good morning. It's a pleasure having you in our studio. Let's begin with let's look at the mandate of your agency. What are you set up to harness?
Thank you very much for inviting us to be part of this show. The Abuja Enterprise Agency was set up in 2006 with the sole aim of job creation, wealth creation, and poverty reduction. Through creating projects, programs, and services that will handhold the small and medium enterprises to ensure that you start a successful business, and whatever business you are into is being nurtured to ensure that you get the best out of it.
Now, okay, after almost over 20 years.
Almost.
Okay. Now let's look at some of the things that you have been able to achieve over the period.
From inception till date, we've been able to reach out to over 120,000 small and medium enterprises in Abuja and beyond, with numerous services that we offer. Is it access to finance, access to market, business advisory services, and other business support services that will ensure someone's dreams are turned into reality. It's interesting to note that we have a lot of projects that are targeted at different strata of the society. If you are in secondary schools, we have the Entrepreneurial Club, which currently we're present in over 70 secondary schools in Abuja, both private and public secondary schools. Wow. If you're between the ages of 18 to 40, we have projects like the Abuja Business Plan Competition, which is aimed at imbibing the spirit of writing a bankable business plan towards starting a successful business so that you won't die within the first 5 years like other entrepreneurs do. If you're into creative enterprise, we have the Abuja Creative Enterprise Group, which is for young people between the ages of also 18 to 40 who are into comedy, music, dancing, and other creative enterprises to handhold them, to tell them that, look, you can use the talent that God give you to have some change
a means of livelihood.
Yes.
This is a very laudable project that you did mention, but there seems to be not so much awareness. How much have you done in that regard? Because a lot of young people need these interventions that you have mentioned.
Yes, awareness is something that we keep on improving on, especially now in this day and age that we find ourselves with the social media. We're very active in our social media handles, our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and other handles. And now we're taking it to the next level by having a series of interviews with stakeholders and also going out there to the public. For instance, by next week, we'll start our Abuja FCT wide entrepreneurship campaign, which we're going to talk about financial literacy. We're going to go to all the 6 area councils. We're going to have interviews in radio stations, TV stations to enlighten the public about financial literacy, about financial inclusion, about basic bookkeeping, about how you can start and nurture a successful enterprise. So awareness is a process, it's something that we're on, but I want to assure you that the period we find ourselves, we've already said to ourselves that, look, now we have to go out there to the doors of people to tell them that, look, the Abuja Enterprise Agency is there to support you and ensure that you start something, think out of the box.
Absolutely, interesting there. You believe that that a vibrant local business ecosystem is key to creating sustainable economic progress is part of some of the things that you believe in. Will you say that the kind of environment that we have now is actually conducive for businesses to thrive?
Not necessarily. Much needs to be done to ensure that you start a successful enterprise. But we have a vision, we have a desire to make our city, the FCT, our lovely city of Abuja, the best city to start a business, to do a business. We're doing our best. In the agency, we have what we call the one-stop shop, where we have 40 regulatory agencies under one roof. As an SME, if you want to register your business, you don't need to go to CAC. We have a senior staff from the Corporate Affairs Commission there, and then within 48 hours, we'll ensure that you have your business registered without paying any accountant like myself or lawyer any consultation fee. Likewise, if you want to get any NAFDAC license or permit, we have a NAFDAC desk officer, a senior officer that will ensure you get your NAFDAC permit within the shortest possible time without you paying any consultation. Likewise, if it is NEPC, you need an export permit. If it is SON, if it is NITDA, if it is SMEDEN, and BOI and other regulatory agencies, they're all gathered under one roof. So it's a way that the Abuja Enterprise Agency promotes, the ease of doing business and ensure that you start a successful business without much hassle. So yes, it's a process, and I believe with the current move that we have, we're going to make it much more easier for you to start a business and do business in the FCT.
Indeed, quite impressive. Then you also say that you're very, very innovative. Innovation is at the heart of everything that AEA, that is Abuja Enterprise Agency, do. To what extent have you been able to bring young people under this umbrella for them to showcase their talent and perhaps get support from your agency?
Wow. Whatever we do, we have the young people at the back of our mind. Over 80% of our projects and programs are targeted at the youth and women. Just last week, we celebrated the International Youth Day, where we discussed about how the youth can take advantage of the green economy. We spoke about green jobs for the future. So whatever we do, we put what is going to happen, what is going to be disruptive in the system, so that you as an SME or as an entrepreneur will be self-disruptive rather than you waiting for something to happen and you take a decision. So for you to be proactive, for you to be out there driven. The youth, like I mentioned earlier on, we have the Abuja Business Plan competition, which we had the grand finale of the 4th edition last month. We had over 3,000 submissions from young entrepreneurs between the ages of 18 to 40. From that 3,000, we supported over 200 with capacity building, grants, and other support services that will ensure that whatever they desire to do, whatever business plan that they've written is turned into reality.
Reality, indeed, quite impressive. There at the onset of this discussion, you made mention about the issue of funding. And funding is another major problem that small businesses have. Having access to it. We've had SMS fund and so many other funds here and there. But how are you helping all these small businesses to have the access? But the major issue is the access. You talked about some businesses, small businesses not surviving the first 5 years. And the major complaint has been funding. We've been talking about this for a very long time.
Yes, access to finance is one of the critical challenges of any SMEs. But from our own perspective, whenever you come to us, we advise you, think of starting small and look for funding opportunities from family and friends. Don't go out there, take loans that will, kill you within the first 2-3 months. And interestingly, the administration is helping SMEs a lot with grants and very soft loan packages that small and medium enterprises can take advantage of. For instance, currently the agency is handling Result Area 3 under the National COVID-19 Action Recovery Economic Stimulus Plan, which is aimed at helping SMEs recover from the COVID pandemic. Okay. Where we're giving grants in three folds. One is credit grant for those that have accessed bank facility within the COVID. Likewise, operational grant for those that to support SMEs with operational costs like salaries, water bill, electricity bill, and lastly, IT enhancement. You know, COVID has brought a lot of disruption. Without you embracing IT, there's no way you take your business to the next level. So we support SMEs with any IT gadget that will ensure that you take your business to the next level. And this, like I said, are all grants. And what we did successfully is to ensure we develop a system that the right people get the grant. We develop a very robust portal that will ensure you apply, you get screened automatically without the hands of any human.
How do you deal with sharp practices?
So far so good, I will say, based on the control that we've put in place. We've not recorded any. We've been able to successfully disburse over 200 million in the first instance to over 800 SMEs. And just last month we disbursed 135 million naira to over 700 SMEs across the FCT, across the 6 area council, and across all, you know, geopolitical divide. You know, FCT is a cosmopolitan city where you have each and every one, you know, that comes from this, each and every person from
all the 36 states,
all the 36 states of the Federation. And interestingly, we've covered all the sectors. Is it confectionery? Is it creative enterprise? Is it ICT, construction, fashion, and name them?
Okay, let's talk about strategic partnership. Is key to all this development because you cannot do it alone.
Absolutely.
You need to partner with maybe Smithdown, like you mentioned, NAFDAC, and so many of them. How well has all this worked for you?
For us, partnership is in our dictionary, is in our, partnership is in our DNA. That's why we've been able to achieve most of what we've highlighted. We don't believe we can do it alone. We always believe we can do it better and create more impact with by creating the necessary partnership. So in the entrepreneurial ecosystem in Abuja and beyond, we have a lot of partners. And that gave us the opportunity to also create partnership with development partners. Currently, we're working with a development partner to develop a startup digital innovation academy, which we hope by the month of October we'll have the signing agreement and other things to ensure that we have the necessary hand-holding support services to ensure that young entrepreneurs start something and scale it up to the...
And the response you're getting from them is positive?
Absolutely, absolutely. We just partnered with Japan Corporation in delivering the 4th business plan competition with other partners like Sweden, FCT IRS, NCC, NITDA. And I'm very happy to state here that the last Entrepreneurs Club challenge that we had in over 50 secondary schools, we partnered with NITDA in delivering the competition amongst the students. So partnership is what we do, what we believe in, and that's the way we've been achieving the desired outcome within this field. Yeah.
Okay, now let's look at Nigeria is going through what many call economic reforms now, quite a whole lot is going on. There's a presidential fiscal policy and tax reform committee in place to look at some of the indices in the economy. And now the SMEs most times is the major recipient of some of these reforms that we are having now. So how do you think the MSMEs, especially the micro, small, medium enterprises, will survive some of this reform that we're actually undertaking right now? What alternative do you think they should adopt?
I think SMEs should look at these reforms in a positive, in a positive way, because, for instance, the example you gave in terms of the tax committee, you know, SMEs face a lot of multiple taxation from different establishments.
Some unofficial.
and these reforms are being taken to ensure that taxes are streamlined, and as an SME you don't have to pay multiple tax to A, B, C. You just pay one to one establishment, you know, and it covers all the taxes. I'm very happy to state that here in FCT we have done a very good work in harmonizing the taxes for small and medium enterprises, which I believe very soon we'll see the outcome of all these reforms that government is putting in place at various levels.
Well, if you say you've done enough, I think a lot still need to be done, because I've spoken to some small business owners and they are still complaining about this multiple taxation. You see somebody will come from so and so company and come and collect us tomorrow. Another person will come from the same places, same place, I mean, to come and collect same tax that I was paid yesterday. So it's really a very big issue, and I think you need to partner with FCT IRS.
Yes, it's something that, like I said, it's work in progress. I'm privileged to be part of a committee that worked on the harmonization of tax system in the FCT. We've submitted our report, and currently there's an engagement with all stakeholders to ensure that everybody fall in and we speak the same language, you know, in addressing issues that has to do with taxation. So I believe going forward, you're going to see a lot of difference because of the harmonization work that is currently ongoing.
Oh, okay. Now, FCT is doing quite a whole lot. Your agency, just like you've explained, you're doing quite a whole lot. My concern again is that the awareness is not there, and I think you spoke about it, that you're going to do more going forward. And let's see how some of the things that you are doing here can actually be replicated in some states. Many states don't have some of these programs. Are you willing to lend some of your services to some states that may actually need it?
Definitely, yes. Just last week, I received the DG of Ebonyi State Enterprise Development Agency, who has come to us to say, look, we need you to support us. We need you to give us the hand-holding, the mentoring to ensure that this young baby of the Ebonyi State government succeeds. And we said, yes, we're very open to partner with you. We've done that for the Sokoto State government. We've partnered with the SOSMEDA to ensure that we have the partnership amongst the players in the entrepreneurial ecosystem to ensure that they succeed. So we're very open, and I'm very happy to state that we've received numerous awards on the work that we're doing in the entrepreneurial ecosystem. Consecutively, we've received the best customer service agency in the FCT, and that has given us impetus to, you know, take our services not to the city of Abuja, but beyond.
Yeah, I must thank you and congratulate you for the good work you're doing. We wish you all the best. We also look forward to have some partnership with you here too at Trust Television as well.
Definitely.
We wish you all the best. Indeed, continue to support MSMEs, because indeed MSMEs need to breathe. Thank you so much, Malam Shehu Abdulkadri, Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, Abuja Enterprise Agency. I must thank you for your time on Business Daily.
Thank you.
Yes. It's on that note that we wrap up the show for today. Join us tomorrow for more. I am Yusuf Akogu.